We didn't want to break up a winning team, Ben.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're looking at predictions from the 1987 Running Man film, as well as Stephen King's source material that were eerily accurate.
They need a leader. They need someone with experience.
The timing. King's 1982 novel and the 1987 film adaptation take place in different years. The book sets itself in 2025, while the film's opening text states that it's 2017. It's funny to think that this futuristic sci-fi film is now technically a period picture. It's not as humorous, though, once you consider how well the film's dystopian version of 2017 lined up with the real 2017.
Showtime!
It's worth noting that after the first scene, the film jumps ahead 18 months. So really, the film takes place closer to 2018 or possibly 2019. i.e. when COVID-19 first surfaced and things really started going downhill. Now that we're living through 2025, can we honestly say it's that different than King's book or either film adaptation?
Get the people out! Come on! Get the people out!
Pollution and climate change. The 1987 film's opening crawl mentions that, quote, the world economy has collapsed and, quote, food, natural resources, and oil are in short supply.
Food riot in progress. Approximately 1,500 civilians, no weapons evident.
While the global economy hasn't collapsed, it has come alarmingly close over the years, and essential resources are not as accessible to the masses as one would hope. The Running Man also signified how humanity's neglect of the environment would slowly but surely make this planet almost uninhabitable.
Now where should we go? Maybe someplace warm. I need to work on my tan anyway.
Although phrases like climate change and global warming don't come up in King's book, pollution does. It's noted in the novel that the network is knowingly killing millions every year with air pollution. There are nose filters, but only the rich can afford them, while the poor are largely unaware of how toxic their world is becoming.
Nothing worth losing your head over, though, huh?
You got it.
Smart homes. In the 1987 movie, Ben Richards breaks into Amber's apartment. While her home isn't without some dated technology like cassette tapes, Amber lives in a smart house.
Security code accepted.
To get through the front door, you have to use a numeric keypad. That might have seemed like a luxury back then, although it feels in line with modern home security systems. The lights, kitchen appliances, and television are all voice-activated.
Lights! Kitchen, toast and coffee. ICS channel 1.
Richards also swipes her travel pass to log into her account and book a flight to Honolulu. It's essentially online booking, except Richards does it on a television instead of a laptop or phone. While the film's small, bulky home TVs are retro now, the film did predict giant flat screens becoming more prominent in urban areas.
Anyone without a valid zone card after midnight will be permanently detained.
People living in poverty. Although the economy has collapsed in The Running Man, not everyone lives in poverty. The rich keep getting richer, while the poor attempt to scrape by with what little is accessible to them.
You can still join us if you want.
No, thank you. My brother is gonna get me out of the city. Plus, I'm not into politics. I'm into survival.
Nowadays, French is the same thing.
A key plot point from the novel that the 1987 film omitted was Richards' motivations for joining The Running Man. In the book, Richards has a family, most notably a young daughter who has fallen gravely ill. Richards can't afford the medicine needed to treat her, thus seeking funds through reality TV. Edgar Wright's version restored this plot point, which reflects the United States' current healthcare system, where even basic over-the-counter medications can ironically cost someone an arm and a leg.
People on these games never come back.
We have no choice. We need money for a doctor now.
The cramped housing and limited job opportunities also echo today's world.
I'm just trying to get back to my family.
Desensitized to violence. The audience for The Running Man cheers on the bloodshed, viewing a person's death as entertainment. Now more than ever, reality shows rely on somebody suffering to keep audiences engaged. Granted, you could argue that none are nearly as fatal as The Running Man.
Who do you think will make the next kill?
Oh boy, that's a tough one.
Come on, give it a try. You can do it. What do you think?
Fair enough, but the film and book reflect how desensitized people have become to violence in media. Whether it's a fictional story like Squid Game or a true crime story like Monster, carnage is commonplace in some of our most popular shows. In real life, we don't want to see other people get hurt. Yet when we hear about another mass killing or natural disaster on the news, most of us go about our days, basically accepting violence as routine. Constant surveillance. To film a show like The Running Man, the network has cameras everywhere, some better hidden than others.
You cold-blooded bastard. I'll tell you what I think of it.
This not only reflects the lack of privacy in reality TV, but our day-to-day lives with the rise of Big Brother. Mass surveillance has been taken to the next level with the advancement of drone technology. Sometimes such surveillance is used for entertainment, other times it's used for control, and in various cases, it's a combination of both.
The capture of renegade police officer and mass murderer Ben Richards was filmed yesterday by runway security cameras.
To an extent, you could also argue that the story's commentary on surveillance mirrors the rise of social media, with more people willingly broadcasting their lives for the world to see. Whether you like it or not, it seems like there's always a camera in your face now.
Stop filming me!
Arnold Schwarzenegger, action star turned political leader. This prediction is specific to the 1987 movie, in which Arnold Schwarzenegger plays Richards. It takes an action star to survive The Running Man. And fortunately, there wasn't a bigger one in the 80s than Arnold.
I'll be back.
Although Richards says he isn't interested in politics, he ultimately brings power back to the people. Richards doesn't just enthrall viewers with his death-defying escapades. He emerges as a symbol of rebellion.
Good luck.
You too.
To a degree, this is reminiscent of Schwarzenegger's real-life journey from action hero to politician. Okay, it's not a perfect comparison, but Schwarzenegger did become an unexpected political figure like Richards.
To young and old, rich and poor, people of all religions, all colors, and all nationalities, I want to be the governor for the people.
It's also something of a coincidence that Captain Freedom, another politicized idol in the film, was played by Jesse Ventura, who became a governor as well.
I was killing guys like this 10 years ago with my bare hands. I'm not going for any of these tricks. This is a sport of death and honor. Go to the gladiators.
Deepfakes. The film opens with Richards trying to save a crowd of innocent people, but his fellow officers turn against him. Despite his noble efforts, the footage is altered to make it look like Richards went rogue on the unarmed individuals, being labeled as the Butcher of Bakersfield in the press.
He's Ben Richards, the brutal slayer of 60 men, women, and children in the Bakersfield Massacre.
Aside from tapping into the increase of fake news stories that many accept as fact, the hauntingly realistic footage predicted deepfakes.
But that's not true.
They were taken to Cadre Memorial Hospital.
While the genesis of deepfakes can be traced back to the 90s, the technology has reached unprecedented levels of sophistication today, especially with generative AI available to people at a fingertip. Users can have digital versions of people do and say whatever they want, making it harder than ever to determine the truth.
We can jam the network once we find the uplink to the satellite. Then we'll broadcast the truth.
Truth hasn't been very popular lately.
The rise of reality TV. While the idea of reality TV wasn't non-existent in the 80s, it had yet to take over airwaves or the world. You could argue that the source material was inspired more by game shows.
Well, first, I've got a little surprise for you.
Even then, the idea of an entire network dedicated to game shows seemed like a stretch until we eventually got one. The stalkers in the 1987 film resemble the costumed athletes in American Gladiators, which wouldn't premiere until 2 years later.
And quickly, Gemini gets rid of John Chomsky. My question to you, Joe, was it legal?
What's more, The Running Man foreshadowed how reality TV could turn average people into celebrities, albeit at a price. Watching Richard Dawson as Damon Killian, it's also hard not to think about another reality TV show host who used his platform to weaponize audiences and rise to power.
Go!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. September 11th. Richards gets his revenge on Killian in every version of The Running Man, although the book differs from the movies in a major way.
You bastard! Drop dead!
I don't do requests.
Upon finding out his family is dead, Richards hijacks a plane and flies it into the Games Network building. Richards takes his life along with Killian's as the tower is destroyed. The book's final line reads, quote, "The explosion was tremendous, lighting up the night like the wrath of God, and it rained fire 20 blocks away." The 1987 movie went in another direction, which was wise in ways that the filmmakers never could have predicted. After September 11th, 2001, even King viewed the ending of his novel differently. As such, he had no qualms about Edgar Wright changing it for his film.
Have you ever wondered if this game is rigged?
Guess we'll find out.
Can you think of any other ways The Running Man predicted the future? Let us know in the comments.